Hi, it's Katie Clancy, CEO of the Cape House at William Ravis, and you are watching The Cape House Show, where we give you the tips, tools, and sense of humor you're definitely going to need to get through the biggest transaction of your life. Okay, today we're going to talk about selling your house without a real estate agent. Okay, I'm just saying, just because I have scissors and YouTube does not mean I can cut my own hair. But if you are just heck bent on selling your own house, I'm going to give you some tips on how to do it. Okay, number one, before the sale, you've got to get your financial and literal house in order. So that means you need to know, what do you owe on your house? You need to know how much it costs to run it per month, per year. You need to know what your utility costs are, and you need to know what it's worth. Good luck with that. So that's just your money. You've got to also get your house in order. We talked about that last week, about how you've got to make sure that you've got to repair anything that's broken. You need to declutter it, and you need to clean like you're going to get paid, because if you do it right, you will. And then you start with the yard and the exterior, move into the kitchen, the bathrooms, and do everything else. Oh, also you need a septic inspection. Good luck finding an inspector. So number two, the second phase of selling your house is you've got to get a buyer. And this is really funny because people think this is all sort of real estate agents bring to the table. I can get a buyer. God, I'll just stick a sign out. And you know what? In a busy market, you're absolutely right. You can get buyers in a busy market. You do not need any special training, nothing. You hardly need a photo or a sign. The rumor of a house for sale in a busy market is enough to bring buyers into the yard. However, are they good buyers? Are they qualified? Are they ready to buy? Do you know? How do you know? How would you find that out? I don't know. Maybe call a real estate agent? Who wants to do that? Anyway. But in any market, you need to make sure that you've got it at least on your local MLS. Here in Cape Cod, we have 2 MLSs, and you want to make sure that you're at least on the Cape and Islands MLS. Furthermore, you're going to need some signage, good quality signage that shows that your house is for sale, preferably up on a post sign. If you want to look like you have any sort of class at all, you're going to have a really nice looking sign, and then you're going to need multiple open house signs for when you have open house. You can have open houses, right? Right? Okay, anyway. Number 3, now getting a deal together and keeping it together and taking it to the finish line is actually where I think real estate agents, we really earn our keep. And here's why. So I already told you it's easy to find a buyer. That's easy peasy. But is it a good buyer? Is it the best buyer? How many buyers do you have? Do you have multiple buyers? What do you do if you have multiple buyers? How do you pick them? Just pick the highest number? I don't know. I actually know how to do it, but don't mind me. Anyway, so getting the deal together and keeping it together. So you've got to qualify the buyers. You've got to know that you've got a buyer who's ready, willing, and here's the key, able. Able. How do you know if a buyer is able to buy your house? Whether, I'm very rich and I want to buy your house. Oh, okay, all right, fine, you're in. No. Number 2, you've got to be ready to negotiate and not just on money, you people. Okay, you've got to remember the 3 currencies. You've got money, you've got time, and you've got happiness, hassle, peace of mind, whatever you want to call it. But you can leverage any one of those 3 to get more of the other 2 and vice versa. Number 3, you need to communicate relentlessly with your co-broke, because you're probably going to have an agent bringing the buyer in, let's be real. And you're going to have to pay them, by the way. Communicate relentlessly with that agent, with your attorney. You have an attorney, right? You're gonna hire an attorney. You know you can't do this for free, right? I don't know if you do that. Anyway, so communicate relentlessly with all of the parties involved. Realize a couple of things. Now there's gonna be a home inspection. Hope you're ready for it. That's gonna be the buyer's responsibility, but you've got to get the septic inspection. You've got to get the fire inspection. You've also got to go get your final water reading. If you want help with that, you could always call me. Also, you're gonna need to call your utilities, call the water department. You're going to do that 2 weeks before. You can't do the smokes inspection too early, because that is only good for 60 days in our town. But, don't mind me. I don't know anything about selling houses, whatever. Okay. So anyway, you can totally sell your own house. I believe in you. You can do it. And if you can't, or when you give up and you've lost your ever-loving mind because selling your own house is actually super hard and super frustrating and stressful, call me. Let me take it off your back. It will be worth every penny you spend, I promise. come see me at thecapehouseteam.com and let me show you. Thanks.